as many people in the community of Warband and Mountain Blade, the original, we've all come to accept that that Bannerlord, honestly, in all honesty, Bannerlord might just never come out. You know, they announced it back in 2012. If you don't remember, I've got a Warband mod loaded up here, just for demonstration things. And they got devlogs coming out every week. That's great. They're trying to they're trying to give us evidence of doing something. But honestly, look at this, man. Like 2012, September 27th, 2012. Like, does anybody remember this? This is the original. Here, if you haven't seen it, this is the original Bannerlord announcement trailer. Now, obviously, there's no gameplay, there's no pictures or anything. It's just text, okay? So they're just announcing the game, which is fine. Well, I guess they have, okay, there is a picture. But that's just a generic picture. It doesn't really mean anything. But the problem with announcing a game so far back, and you still haven't, there's no playable version of the game, unless you go to like a con or something and they only let certain people play for a certain amount of time, and it's very scripted. Like, you're only supposed to, you can only play this part of the game for this amount of time, or else, that's all they've got, really. I don't know. It just seems weird. And then now, I think this came out in 2017. Well, actually, this is by another YouTuber, but I'm using, but this is what they showed. It's just, it looks like Warband. Like, it looks like a reskinned Warband with better physics, possibly a new engine. Like, I haven't looked too much into this, but like, I'm just feeling like it just isn't going to come out, honestly. Like, it looks really good. Like, the stuff they're showing here, it looks really good. I muted it, because I'm sure this guy's talking over it, and I don't want to, steal his voiceover. I wouldn't want to do that. But I don't know, man. I'm so sick and tired of waiting for this stupid game. It's not stupid, but it's like, I'm so sick and tired of it. And they have Q&As on their dev blog and everything. And a UI programmer, okay, sure, whatever. And they've got some little pictures. I gotta zoom in, I guess. I gotta zoom in again. Zoom in more. Here we go. This is good. I got a 4K display. It's hard to see. I'm sure in the recording it'll look fine, but for me it looks like it's really tiny. But yeah, I mean, the UI looks, it's looking good. But I don't know. I've kind of wanted, I want someone who's actually prevalent in the community to actually do like a live one-on-one Q&A with some of these developers, because I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like they need to be asked hard-hitting questions. No one's out there asking them hard-hitting questions. Like, if someone were just to sit down with them and go, hey, like, honestly, in just a random, kind of guesstimate, what year do you think this thing's coming out? Is it coming out in 2035? Is it coming out next year? Is it coming out? When's it coming out? Is it coming out in 2077? Just like, when? And and then their dev blogs are always tweeted out on their official Twitter here. I just don't know, man. Gamescom 2018. Okay, that's what I lost my train of thought, but I was gonna say that. I wonder. Oh shit! I bumped the mic. I wonder at what state was the game in when they announced it. You know, like if this is how far they've come in the last 6 years, which it doesn't seem like they've done much in 6 years, honestly, because there are really great open world games that are immensely detailed and immensely feature filled, you know, made by studios with maybe 100 people over the course of like 4 years, and that's, you know, they're able to complete an entire game. These guys have been working on it for 6 years since they announced it, and it just doesn't seem like it just looks like a reskinned, I don't know, I just can't get it out of my head. Every time I look at I have to look at this again. Every time I look at this video, it just screams reskin. Because look at the UI. The UI, you've got the weird font 10. Oh, I don't know if you can see my cursor right now. Oh man, I don't know if you can see my cursor. Hold on, let me see. Ah, yes, capture cursor. Okay. Now you can see my cursor. Oh shit, I missed it. Look right here, this weird font 10, and it has the, I don't know, it just looks, and then the horse health looks almost identical. I don't know, it doesn't scream 6 years of development to me. And they got this new UI element up here, which I guess is cool. Like, okay, like even the fonts in the bottom left, like, oh, delivered 40 damage to a horse, or your horse is bleeding for 1 damage, or whatever. All this font over here, it looks identical. Okay, this new UI element right here, where this guy is talking to you, you know, maybe commanding you or something, I don't know. And the new UI element at the very top, where it shows like how the forces are, I don't know, like maybe one, oh yeah, like right here, it's kind of like leaning towards, so maybe your team is the green and then the enemy is red. I don't know. It's like a tug of war type of UI element. I don't really know. But it just, I don't know, it just looks like a reskin, man. It just looks like a reskin, maybe with a new engine, a lot of new physics elements. I will give them that. Like the helmet here is moving, like the what's that called on the top of the helmet? I don't remember, but like the hair, I was going to call it hair, even though I know it's not a hair. Like a tassel, I don't know. On the top of the helmet there, yeah, that's moving. You have, whenever somebody gets hit with like a heavy weapon, sometimes they'll go flying and they can chop body parts off. I don't know. Yeah, can you even do that? Can you chop body parts off on this? Or is that just a head? Well, you only just chop heads off. And the horses look really good. Like the physics on the horses' tails look really good. But that's just like basic physics stuff. Like, I don't know. It just screams reskin to me. And look at that. Even right there. Go back. Look at that. F to dismount saddle horse. That looks identical to the way it looked in Warband, except it has a picture of a horse above it in a different font. It just looks like a 6-year developing reskin. Like even the icons are the same. They're a circle with the flag in the middle. Like I'm aware that they don't want to stray too far away from the original product of Warband, but I just feel like it just looks like a reskin, and it's taken them. I would hope anyway. I don't know if they've already answered this, somebody. But I would hope at the point where they announced the game back in 2012, I would hope they had at least been developing for at least 2 years to announce the game. It would be actually pretty stupid of them to announce a game that they had just started developing on. I really hope that's not the case, but I feel like they might have announced a game that isn't even, or maybe it's even in like its early conception. Like if you go through their Twitter, I mean, it's just Gamescom 2018. I mean, eventually we're going to see Gamescom 2025 and the game's still not going to be out. And I think I've read some comments on some popular YouTubers' videos. Maybe there's some comments down here. Yeah, there it is. They'll show a Bannerlord trailer at E3 every year from now. Like, and they have. This comment was posted 1 year ago, and guess what they did at 2018 E3? At 2018 E3, they did a recap. Well, not a recap. They did another trailer thing at 2018. He's not wrong. Yeah, I mean, how many Gamescom trailers are they going to have to do before they release something? Release a beta, an alpha, early access. Maybe give some popular YouTubers to play. I'm not talking about me, obviously, because I'm a fucking nobody. But, like, maybe some YouTubers with, like, 1 million subs can play, like, an early alpha, like, version of the game and, like, advertise it more heavily than just a video that we've seen 100 times, edited and cropped a different way. And a bunch of developers that know how to talk out their ass about features that they, oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. Before clicking on features, I didn't even know that said this, but it literally says content coming soon. Isn't that just hilarious? What content? You've shown like a reskinned a warband. Like, what the? I'm tired of waiting for this game. There is a lot of stuff that they have been promising with Bannerlord, and a lot of these trailers, a lot of these. I mean, you could go on and on about the stuff that they've promised that will be in there. And, oh, you'll be able to be a merchant. Oh, you don't even have to fight anybody. You could just be a merchant. You can do whatever you want. Oh, you can, I don't know, you can be a slave. You can do whatever. It's literally, they're talking about all this stuff they're going to be doing. But it just doesn't seem, oh, here you go, man. Here you go. On the original trailer from 2012, there's people still commenting on it. 3 months ago, 6 years of waiting. This guy has 30,000 subs, and 30,000 subscribers, man, and he's waiting. 4 years. That was 2 years ago. 5 years. I get graduated from college, changed my job 3 times, and now about having children in these 5 years. Yet I check the release date and almost every single day for years. Come on, guys, release the thing, because enough is enough. It's still not harvesting season. This is a good meme that came out of this whole waiting thing. It's a harvesting season. I like that little meme. It's good. But, I mean, like, honestly, it's going to get to the point where this game will be in development for so long that all of the features that they are toting about that are they're supposed to be revolutionary, they're supposed to be really fun, they're supposed to be really good. It's supposed to be the best of the best. This is supposed to be like a game like no other. Okay? All those features that they're talking about, they're going to be obsolete. You know? Like when that's the kind of the problem with Warband. Warband, a lot of people will look back on Warband and go, oh, it was released really a long time ago, like over a decade ago. Like, oh, back then it must have been a really good game. Actually, it wasn't. Mount and Blade Warband, when it first released, it wasn't ahead of its time. The graphics weren't really that. The graphics were like subpar at best. And this game's probably going to be the exact same. Like, because right now the graphics already look. I'm not saying graphics are everything, because I still love playing Warband, and the graphics look like absolute garbage. Okay, but I still love the game. I don't care about graphics, but I'm just saying They upgraded their graphics engine, they upgraded the physics engine, they upgraded a lot of things to make the game world look better and more immersive. And by the time they release it, it's going to be out of date. There's going to be other games that might even do Bannerlord better. And this game has been in development for so long, there are other games that are similar that are coming out. Here, I'll show you one. I'll show you, what is this called? Freeman Guerrilla Warfare. This game right here. Here. This game right here is basically, look at this thing. It's not a very good game. It's very early development. It's not the greatest. I'm not trying to advertise it or anything. But it's basically Mount & Blade Warband reskinned on the Unity engine, and it just has guns. That's like the only difference between this game and Warband is it just has guns. And it's really, really good. Like, it is pretty darn... This game is actually pretty good. I've played 6 hours of it. It's pretty fun. But I'm just saying, there's going to be games that come out that are doing everything that they're promising better by the time they release it. This video is probably getting too long. It just ranting, but I feel like, and I know a lot of people who have said this in the community already. If they don't release this game by Q2 of next year, or like late Q2 to early Q3 of next year, honestly, I don't know what they're gonna do, because unless you have recently discovered the Warband games, you're tired of waiting. Like, if I discovered Mount & Blade Warband like 2 years ago, I would be so hyped for this game because it looks like it's nearing completion. You know? It looks like it's nearing completion. But that can mean anything. You know? Another game that it's a similar pattern. There are a lot of games that do this. A lot of games will tout and say that there's going to be all this stuff in their game, and it never comes to fruition. Another game that does this recently is Identity. You may have never heard of that game, but they do the exact same thing. They do a lot of talk, they don't do a lot of walking, if you get what I'm feeling, or you get what I'm throwing down. There's a lot of Q&As. There's not much... Like, the Q&As are scripted, obviously. They're, like, pre-recorded. They're just scripted. They're not... No one in these Q&As are going to go, hey, when do you think it's going to release? No one's asking those questions. No one's asking the hard-hitting questions. No one's going to ask, how long have you been developing? How long have you had to restart? What's the trials and tribulations of making such an expansive open-world RPG, medieval... I don't even know how many tags you could tag this game with, but... I don't know, because like they're talking like right here, this is recent, this is September 20th, they're talking about quests, like that's a new thing. Like, oh, yeah, I mean, you can do quests, but you don't have to do them. It's basically Warband. What's the point of having a dev blog about the quests? We already know they're going to be just like Warband. Stop. Like, just stop and release the game. Stop. Stop making stupid... Stop making these stupid fucking dev blogs and release something. I'm tired, man. At least a demo More gameplay videos. Come on, man. Like this, it's not that hard to develop a game. I'm not saying it's not hard to develop the game. It's not hard to market a game. Just show us the game. That's all you got to do to market it. Okay? Show us how far you are along so that we know, we could kind of guesstimate how long. We have literally no idea. Because everything they've showed us is like, it's scripted. They haven't showed us someone like completely out. They haven't showed us a random person playing the game. If I could just see some video of someone playing the game that isn't a dev and just allow them to break the game like on a video, like that would be the greatest thing, because that means I would know how far along they are. If there's still game-breaking bugs that literally stop you from playing the game, then they're not very far along. They probably got a couple more years. But if it's to the point where it's pretty polished, but they're just adding more content, then so be it. They're probably going to be releasing next year, maybe. I don't know, man, because I feel like it's just going to get to the point where I'm not going to care anymore about this game, and whenever it does come out, I might just not. I'm not gonna. I mean, if I know it's out, I'll probably buy it. But if it just kind of, like, if their marketing team and their PR team just kind of tanks and they don't really care about marketing the game too much, like they don't show gameplay, they're not really forward with the I don't know. They're not forward with the development. Then no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know the game's coming out. No one's going to care because if this game doesn't come out in the next 2 years, I'm like, most people just aren't waiting anymore. I'm done waiting. You can release the game, whatever. I may buy it. I might not. Like, I don't know. I don't feel the same kind of hype towards it anymore. It's not the same kind of hype, It's just like, it sucks. All right, I think I'm going to end it here. I've been ranting for way too long. I'm just so angry. I just want to give them the money for the game, and I want the game. That's all I want. That's all everybody wants. And I'm sure the devs know that's what everybody wants, and I'm sure they know that. I'm sure the devs know how hard it is for them to, get this game out, but they gotta get something out. They have got to. People aren't gonna wait 20 years for a frickin' Mountain Blade War. They're not gonna wait that long for a Warband reskin, okay? They're just not. I think it would be absolutely insane if 5 years from now this game's still not out. Mark my words, man. It's never coming out. If it isn't out in the next 2 years, it ain't coming out. It's not coming out. If it's not coming out. If this game is at Gamescom 2020 and it doesn't have a release date in 2020 and it's at Gamescom and they're showing another stupid, recropped, reshot battle scene in the middle of a goddamn desert, I'm done. The whole company's done. They're just riding on the fact that whatever country they're in, the taxpayers pay game company developers to continue developing games. They're just riding on that. They're just developing in a game for an infinite amount of time, just to sit on people's money. I don't know. It's a bold claim, but I'm making it. I'm claiming that. All right, I'm ending it for real now. My prediction for this game's release, which I think a lot of people in the community don't give their take on it. I feel like they don't give their honest take. Give your honest take. If you're a big YouTuber in the community and you're watching this for I don't even know what goddamn reason, if you're watching this, make a speculation in your videos. Because I've watched a lot of these these Bannerlord videos, and they never make speculations on when the game's gonna release or when how far along it is. They never really talk. We need more speculation in the community. All they talk about is the dev blogs and, oh, they're saying this and that. Oh, it's going to be like this. It's going to be like that. Well, they haven't showed it. So I don't care what they say anymore. I don't care if they say the horses are going to be 10 times clunkier, or I mean, not clunkier. They're going to be 10 times smoother. They're going to feel like a real horse. I don't care, man. Let me feel what that horse feels like. All right, I'm ending it for real now. My prediction is late Q2, early Q3 of 2019. That's when this game's going to come out. If it doesn't, it's going to be at Gamescom. It's going to be a reshot trailer of a little battle every single Gamescom for the next 100 years. This game's never going to come out, boys. All right, see you later.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found.